I have a story I need to tell you about them. Okay. That's fine. So we think next week looks a little too robust.
No.
No?
We're busy.
Yeah.
We're busy.
I'm sorry, sir.
Back a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Too old.
Too old, too fat.
I was just gonna say I need a pen.
I always use Joe's pen.
Elevate myself.
He's got two would you like?
It might be a highlighter, I don't know. That's it. I'm all out.
Yep. Ready?
Yes, my dear.
Oh, Susan.
Yeah, hold on. Do the pledge. No?
That's the end of my speech.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm out of order. Drink more energy, try and get myself engaged here.
Oh, there you go. That's your boy.
Yeah. Petition.
We're just waiting for our executive secretary to come back and we'll start the meeting.
Check on her.
That last hockey game. The last two. Shit, and the game before that when they played Florida, Tampa Bay. It's like no one could beat that team. And then they play these last two shitty games. I don't understand the same team.
They had gold in their skates.
I don't understand how they were the same team. Horrible, horrible. That Tampa Bay game, I was like, no one could beat this team yet.
Right.
And then it was,
Killed them.
I couldn't believe it. First Calgary too. They played two shit teams.
Yep.
I feel like everyone besides like Horvath, Barzal, and Sorokin, everyone just trade everyone else.
Yep.
Right? What are we doing?
Like, you can't expect Sorokin to win games.
Right? That's the reason why they got that point last game. Because otherwise they would have killed them. I like the new coach though.
I hope, yeah.
Yeah, I like him. Who the hell knows, right?
You can only do so much with them. They gotta spend some money.
Yeah, I know.
This doesn't make it. Super Bowl, on the other hand, was a fabulous game.
You thought so?
I did, I
I
love
thought it was
it.
so boring the first half.
You did?
The first half, I'm like, this game sucks. It's like no scoring. But the end was good.
Yeah.
That was good. It was
And
funny.
they sort of go into overtime.
Yeah.
And they didn't even know San Francisco made it.
I know. How crazy.
Who won that game?
Yep.
Right?
It was funny. The guy that we sit in front of and back of the Helmet game, he's a big San Francisco fan, so we went to the game the other night. My younger son went with me, and he's like, so he's like, so on Sunday night, he's like, text, you guys are gonna show up. He's like, text Rob. I'm like, I'm not texting Rob. He's probably pissed right now. So we go to the game, and he's like, how about that game Sunday? He makes sense like 8 years old. He's like, he's like, it's so funny.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I would like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during the hearings. When a hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium. If they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. We will then ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to give some brief rebuttal remarks to address any concerns of the interested parties. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end till 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be given an opportunity to be heard. At approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any postponements tonight?
Oh, sorry, that's me.
Okay.
Hearing number 18, appeal number 23-719, Thomas and Catherine Cleary will be postponed. Is
And
anyone
one-
appearing?
And one withdrawn, please. Also,
And hearing number 8, appeal number 23-708, Paul and Barbara Galuzzi will be withdrawn. Is anyone appearing on either of those hearings? Madam
Thank
Chair, I think we're okay.
All right, let's call the first hearing.
First hearing will be hearing number 1, appeal number 23-732, Charles P. Manzanillo, 89 Westwood Road North, Massapequa Park.
promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please.
Good evening. My name is Dean Katsoukas. My address is 121 Newbridge Road, Hicksville, New York, 11801. Can you just submit these?
Thank you.
I'm here this evening on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Manzillo, the owners of 89 Westwood Road North in Massapequa Park. They've recently purchased the house just a couple of years ago, and these structures had pre-existed at the time that they purchased the house. There is an application in, or actually the same application concerns some new work, and the new work absolutely does not need a variance, but these structures which existed do need a variance. So the variances that we're asking for is for an existing wood deck that does not have the side yard setback of 8 feet. It has a side yard setback of 7.8 feet, just shy of what's allowable. It also does not comply with the side yard aggregate of 20 feet. It has an aggregate of 18 feet, just small difference, 2 feet smaller than what is allowable. And then the driveway has a side yard of 3 feet instead of the required 8 feet. Now the driveway, you know, it is standard to see wide driveways, and there is 3 feet of grass in between. So there's no issues, from what I understand, there's no concerns of any of the neighbors. questions. That concludes my presentation.
I have no questions. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Next, we will have hearing number 2, appeal number 23-703, Daniel Schwartz, 2 Massachusetts Avenue, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address?
Good evening, my name is Paul Vermeer from Long Island Perfect Permits, 124 Front Street, Suite 205, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. An agent representing Daniel Schwartz, owner of 2 Massachusetts Avenue, Massapequa, New York, Section 52, Block 141, Lot 211. This property is in an R17 zone. We're here before this board, we were here before this board and received approval for an in-ground pool and equipment for less than the required side front yard setback. Building permit B23040065 was issued and the pool was installed. During construction, the equipment was moved. The equipment was approved to maintain a 31-foot setback from the side front property line. The equipment currently maintains a 10-foot side front setback, as indicated on the amended site plan. Since this is a corner property, there are no immediate affected neighbors. We've spoken to some of the surrounding neighbors who haven't expressed any issues with this variance being granted.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Next is hearing number 3, appeal number 23-716, John Otto, 12 St. Mark's Place, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address?
Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Park Road, Old Bed Page. Good evening, Madam Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I'm representing Mr. and Mrs. Otto of 12 St. Mark's Place in Massapequa. I passed up some photos and consent letters for the board. The Ottos are seeking a variance for a proposed in-ground pool with equipment having less than the required front yard setback than required, and also to maintain an arbor having greater height than required. The practical hardship with this proposed in-ground pool is the property is only 75 feet deep, leaving no other alternative but on the side yard. This pool will be screened by evergreen-type shrubbery, which is already in place. I have taken photos of this for the board. The Ottos plan on letting this shrubbery grow taller than what it is now. It was just planted last year. The subject arbor is approximately 4 feet wide. I've taken photos for the board of this. It's an attractive fence. You walk through it. It is open. The Ottos do have consent letters from all of the 11 neighbors on the radius map, including the 2 abutting neighbors and the neighbors directly across the street. The proposed pool would not have any adverse effect on any neighbors. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition and is meticulously maintained. There's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our
Thank you.
office.
Have a good evening.
You too, thank you.
Hearing number 4, appeal number 23-746, Daniel Salamone, 101 Forest Avenue, Massapequa. Salamone.
Please raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Ken Shulman, 209 Lynn Avenue, East Northport. Good evening.
Good evening.
We are proposing to build a new 2-story dwelling to replace the existing dwelling, which contains only 700 square feet of living area, a loft that is used as its only bedroom. The existing dwelling is below flood elevation and is definitely not conducive to the needs of a growing family. The new dwelling is to be 2 stories and contain 4 bedrooms. It will be built to all current flood elevation requirements. The new dwelling will require 4 variances. The zoning board has granted similar or greater variances to neighboring properties, and I have submitted copies of each of those variance decisions, along with surveys and photos of those properties. I'll go through the 4 variances that we are at 94 Forest Avenue, 34.9% at 77 Forest Avenue, 33.2% at 103 Forest Avenue, which is the adjacent property, and 30.5% at 93 Forest Avenue. We are also proposing a gross floor area of 3,812 square feet, with 33,309 square feet of actual habitable area, where 2,900 square feet is the maximum allowed. The variance was granted at 93 Forest Avenue for 2,167 square feet of gross floor area, where the maximum was 1,800 square feet. The variance decision at 94 Forest Avenue predates the gross floor area requirements, but I've calculated that just the habitable gross floor area to be 3,550, where 2,900 was the maximum. That exceeds the gross floor area that we are requesting. The new house will have a proposed rear setback of 16 feet to the first floor deck and 18 feet to the second floor deck, where 25 feet is the required rear yard setback. A rear yard setback of 7.5 feet to a deck also was granted at 94 Forest Avenue. The last variance is for roof pitch. Since the new house has to be elevated to meet the flood requirements, we can only get a roof pitch of 4 and 12 to stay under the height limit of 28 feet, proposing 27 feet 6 inches. Roof pitch of 5 and 12 was granted at 93 Forest Avenue. I also wanted to point out that the existing dwelling has a non-conforming side yard of 4.5 feet on the northern side. We're going to move the house further to the south to have a conforming side yard of 12.5 feet. We're also going to have conforming aggregate side yards of 25 feet. I submitted consent letters out of 9 out of the 10 surrounding properties in the 100-foot radius. And in conclusion, I believe the variances we're requesting are not substantial in light of the similar variances that have previously been granted. And I think the new dwelling would be very much in keeping with the surrounding area and will be a definitely attractive improvement over the existing house. If the board has any questions?
I'm wondering if we have plans on file.
Yeah, I want to see the plan.
Brian?
If you wanted to try to get a pitch, but it'd be, I think we measure it from the flood elevation. Yeah, it's a flood zone, but it's really another 2.5 feet taller than that, but it has to be for the flood zone to comply with the.
I think this looks like what's in the neighborhood. Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night. Hearing number 5, appeal number 23-489, Michael and Lisa Comaniello, 169 North Richmond Avenue, North Massapequa.
Shalom to Ovaltine.
Good evening once again. I'm here tonight on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Comaniello of 169 North Richmond Avenue, Massapequa. I'd like to first, I have a letter of consent signed by multiple neighbors on the radius map. We're asking for a variance to, this is for the relocation of a shed. Now, the shed was previously granted in another variance in 2018, but that shed got moved to a different location. So now we're asking for another variance for the 10 by 12 shed. The shed is now located in the corner of the property behind the fence. It is considered a front yard in that location, so it's on the northwest corner of the property, just opposite this sidewalk, just opposite the sidewalk. And I do have a photo of what it looks like from the outside I'd like to submit. And I also, we have a couple other variances, so I'll just submit these photos. So the shed is, what we're asking for, it was relocated to this position because they had installed a pool more recently, so that's why the shed, when filing the survey for the pool, the shed did, got moved, and that's why we needed a variance for the shed in its current location. The fence was legalized in the 2018 variance. We're not asking for a variance on the shed, on the fence, I'm sorry. In addition, we are asking for a variance on the driveway widening. The driveway leaves a setback of 1.5 feet where the requirement is 8 feet. That's meant to accommodate the second car in the driveway, and I also submitted that in the photo so you can take a look at what it looks like. There's really no adverse effect to any neighbors. Multiple neighbors signed the consent notice, and if there's any questions, I'll gladly answer.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you, Rita.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. You as well.
Next is hearing number 6, Appeal 23-555, John Flores, 51 Lockwood Avenue, Farmingdale.
Thank you. Council, truth in these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Dennis Oliver, 924 Newbridge Road, Belmore, New York. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board.
Good evening.
I'm here representing John Flores, 51 Lockwood Avenue, Farmingdale, Section 48, Block 497, Lot 40. It's an R17 zone. We are looking to construct a second-floor addition over the whole house with interior alterations to the first floor. In addition, we also have to legalize an existing wood deck that's in the back of the property. There's a shed and pool equipment, none of which unfortunately got permits when the owner put them in. To do this, we need variances. For the construction of the second floor, we're required to have a side yard of 8 feet. We are proposing 7 feet, but we still have the aggregate of 20 because the other side yard is 13, so that's pretty de minimis. We also have to get a variance for gross floor area. We're allowed to have 3,200 square feet. We are requesting 3565.8. Should be noted that between the house and the second floor, the existing first floor and the proposed second floor, the gross floor area is only 2755.32. When we add in the deck in the rear yard, which is another 810 square feet, that's what brings us up to that 3565 number. So it's not living space that we're going for gross floor area, it's the deck area in the backyard that's the problem. In addition to that, we have a shed. Because the shed is located within 3 feet of the deck, it's counted as being attached. We only have 3 feet from the property line to the shed. We're supposed to have 25, so that's what that variance for the shed is for. And also, the pool equipment, we're required to have 5 feet for a side yard and a rear yard. We're proposing 4.76 for a side yard, and, 4.76 for a rear yard, and 3.7 for a side yard. Out of the 13 people that are on the mailing list, I have a consent letter signed by 4 of them. 2 of them, the 2 adjoining property owners left and right of the property, and 2 people who are directly across the street. I can submit that in.
That's great.
And if the board has any questions.
Thank you for the consent letters. That makes it much easier for us.
I try and make everybody's life easier.
Perfect.
Anybody have any questions?
I do not.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good evening.
You too, thank you.
Hearing number 7, appeal number 24-3, Michael and Kathleen Walsh, 399 Broadway, Bethpage.
Architecture Studio, 1943 Wantar Avenue, Wantar, New York, 117. So good evening, Madam Chairwoman and distinguished board. Give you my name and address. I'm representing our clients, Michael and Kathy Walsh, who have owned and reside in the subject property, 399 Broadway, Bethpage, New York, AKA Section 46, Block 335, Lot number 7, in R1-7. Oh, I'm sorry, R1, yes, 1-7.
Did you say lot, what lot number did you say?
I said 46, 335, 11,
Okay,
in R1-7.
right.
So before I go into the description of the variance, I'd like to spend a moment providing you with some background of Michael and Kathy. They're actually present this evening along with their daughter-in-law, and that's important obviously because we will be seeking parent-child variance. But Michael and Kathy have been living in the residence for over 30 years. They raised their two children. Michael Jr., who is not here, he's home looking after their two children. Michael and his sibling went to the Bethpage schools. And Michael and Bianca have two children as well. So there's currently, all 6 of them are living at within the Modest Cape now. So if the variance is granted, nothing's going to change really in terms of occupancy. It's just a matter of quality of life for the residents. So yes, there are 3 generations of Walshes currently living in the home. And obviously with a 6-year-old and a 12-year-old, daughters or granddaughters, there's a need for the increased room in the home. Grandparents are taking care of grandchildren, and parents are taking care of parents, and someday it's all going to be vice versa. So Michael and Bianca and the family want to stay together, and this is the most cost-effective option for them as home sales are arguably out of reach for the young family. I will say too, before I proceed, that we do have 3 letters of consent from the neighbors most directly affected. 2 Ennis Avenue, number 3 Ennis Avenue, which is the property adjacent to the west, and then 395 Broadway, which is also an adjacent property. Signed by the... So the overarching addition is for a new second floor to accommodate the parent-child. And this is a situation where the owners, and I reviewed it with them today, the understanding and the definition of the rules as outlined in the section of the code 5.5.18. So they all understand what their responsibilities are and agreed to such. Variance request B is for off-street parking. There are currently 2 parking spaces off-street. They would require the variance for the 3rd space to be provided. The situation has been consistent for over 15 years, and there'll be no change in that regard. There is a variance request for a construction over a 2nd floor with a roofed-over front porch, eaves and gutters, less than the required side yard, where 8 feet is required, and we are providing 5.75 feet side yard, so a rather small reduction. I pulled items D and G on your list together, but the variance also to construct a front skirt roof to allow existing cellar access having less front yard and side yard on the Broadway street. So just I'll point out too that this is a corner lot, which makes it more difficult to provide certain amenities within the property and comply with code. That's items D and G on the list. Item E on the list, where there's
Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You said item D, but you didn't mention the cellar entrance. Can you speak to that?
I thought I did, but I'll do it again. So the variance is to construct a front skirt roof and allow existing cellar access having less than side front yard setback on the Broadway side. Broadway means the front yard. So there, the front yard requirement for based on average front yard setback is 27.25. There's also a pool which will be requesting a front yard setback variance. It's a semi-in-ground pool.
It's hidden by a fence and significant mature bushes and shrubs that cannot be seen at all by any of the streets, or by, particularly Broadway. And there's also a porch roof setback at 24.96. That's existing. Is that?
Okay.
I want to just return to the cellar entrance for a minute, and I love everything that you said about multi-generational families, and obviously we're very sensitive to that up here, being that I'm so very young. No, I mean, I have, like everybody, children and aging parents.
Yes.
But what is going on in the cellar exactly?
Well, it will eventually be a recreation room. So there'll be no kitchen, there's nothing down there, will be nothing down there other than an open recreation room.
Is there a bathroom?
Where? In the basement? No.
Well, I'll just put on the record that the homeowner is in the audience and said no.
To the bathroom, yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have a copy of the DRCs. Did you hand them in?
DRC.
The Declaration of Covenants and Restrictions, with a copy of their licenses, of all the adult occupants?
No, we did not send
Okay,
those.
you need 3 copies.
Okay.
DRCs signed and copies of all the adult licenses. It's not in file.
Okay.
And the licenses should have 399 Broadway on them.
And if he could put all the adult occupants' names on the record
Yes,
too,
I
please.
was going to ask that.
So I can present those
Just
now.
give them to me to the office.
Okay,
No decision will be released without it, though.
that's okay. So would you like me to state the occupant's name for the record?
Anybody over
Please.
18, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, it's patriarch of the family is Michael Walsh. His wife is Kathy Walsh. Their son is also Michael Walsh and Bianca Walsh. It will be the four adults.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? What is the reason for the 5-on-12 roof pitch?
Well, the majority of the house, if you look at the house from the front, it is a 7-on-12. But because we were following the main roof line and not exceeding the 28-foot requirement, we wanted to have at least it look like a gable on the Ennis Street side, and then because there was a side addition, we needed to gradually bring that roof line down to it's largely a result of the maximum roof height of 28 and the overall width of the house. But again, the majority of the house on the Broadway side is all 7-on-12.
Okay.
It's just a small portion of the back of the house.
All right. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission, recommends vote on determination.
Motion? Public hearing is closed, and the decision will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
All the adult occupants have to sign it.
Number 8, right? Restaurant? 8, restaurant?
Yes, mine.
Next will be hearing, oh, sorry.
You're going to want to see plans on this one.
Thank you.
Next will be hearing number 9, appeal number 23-711, Victor Power, 8 Bridge Street, Hicksville, New York.
Good evening, everyone.
You raise your right hand, please. Come, tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address?
Lahore, and address is 8 Bridge Street, Hicksville, New York, 11801.
It's on now.
Rajvinder. And sometimes they pronounce Rajvinder or Raj. There's so many pronunciations of my name.
Very good. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Again, I'm a little bit nervous. This is my first time. So if you guys cannot hear me, let me know, please.
If you just speak slower,
See,
that will help.
as you can see, I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous, you're
Yeah, don't be
amongst
nervous.
neighbors and friends. You're fine.
Okay. I'm here to do two variances in my house because we're renovating the house. We are 6 members of a house, so we each have one room. It's mostly I'm here because it's my room right in the middle of a house that doesn't have a privacy. So the first variance we have is the roof pitch, 6 to 12, and what we have is 3:12 because the pitch, we already have it, so we are not changing anything in the roof. So we're going to keep continuing the same one we had it before. And the second variance is the extending gross floor area, that is 3,350. This is exceeding because we have a stairs in the middle of a house, and we opening that wall, I have a room right next to that wall, and we don't have a living room and dining room. So we're going to open that area and make it both together. And also for the basement is also right under the first floor stairs. So if we move the first floor, because if you see in the drawing, on the last side of the house where my mom and dad live, there's a stairs going up. But on the same place, we have a basement stairs that cannot be go there because we don't have a basement from the other side. So that's why we want to put the stairs on the corner, so it doesn't interfere any area. So doing that, we just extending from the kitchen, there's already opening, so we just extending there to put the stairs to go up and down, both. Just to have like the whole area.
So the house currently has, I think, 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, is that right? So how many are you adding now?
Just one, we are taking 1 bedroom and adding 1 bedroom to the other side.
You're
Taking 1 in the middle,
Okay,
we opening the whole area, living and dining room making together. And if you see on the other side of the house where we have a 1 bedroom upstairs and the open area there, so we're making 1 room there.
okay, so it'll
That's
still
all.
be 4 bedrooms?
Sorry, I'm gonna count in.
Okay.
He's going to count them too while you count them.
So it's gonna be 5 bedrooms, because when we're taking out the 1 from the middle, we're putting in the corner, and there's gonna be a door, but the outside is like open area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're adding a bathroom upstairs as well?
No, the bathroom is already there.
Bathroom's already there?
Yeah,
so
there are
it's
3
the number of
bathrooms already
bathrooms are
added,
the same?
yeah.
Okay, could I see the plans, Mike, if you don't mind? If you don't mind, not Mike.
It's 3 full bathroom
No.
we have already.
Sorry.
Do you wanna see the plans too?
Basement?
Okay.
Those are proposed basement.
They have the whole full set.
Okay.
There's someone There's a solar entrance.
There's an egress window.
If they're extending their basement here to the crawl space, they would have to.
Okay, and then, do we have the elevations also?
That was the second.
Thanks.
The other bedrooms, there's 2 ways upstairs on both sides of the house.
With that?
All the way here.
That's interesting. Is there a way to do
No separation, right?
Right,
Two sides.
If you come up this side and this side, you know, these are, I guess.
That's weird, I've never seen
Yeah,
that.
nice guy. He's good.
They like that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
But
their
you can
taste.
see they already have existing 312 here, they're kind of, it was front dormers or rear door and the main back to match
Oh,
the
to
existing.
match the front.
So is
okay.
there, can we see what the finished product's gonna look like?
That's the side. The block is mixed, there's some bumped up and some not.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
This
Yeah,
looks fine,
okay. It's
yeah.
nice.
Okay,
It's worth
Thank you.
1,000 words. Thank you.
you did a very fine job.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, sir. And could you have a seat while he speaks, and then we'll call you back?
Can you just raise your right hand, sir? Officer tell the truth during these proceedings?
Joseph Buffalino, 12 Brick Street, Hicksville. Okay, I just want to start off by saying I have nothing against my neighbor, but I want to bring up an issue that concerns me. I moved from Queens 48 years ago to my residence. My residence is small, it's only 40 by 100, and that's what my house. I feel that any addition to this structure is going to compromise my privacy to a great degree. I presently work in Manhattan. I'm looking to retire soon. My privacy is going to be important to me. I think this is an issue that I should bring up and bring to your attention. I feel this is important to me and my family and my grandkids.
Okay, when you say your privacy because they're going up, because it's a
Up
second...
in the backyard, I don't want, events I like to keep private. My neighborhood is mostly all one-family homes.
This is still going to be a one-family home. I just want to make that clear. They're not putting any divisions, they're not making a two-family home, they're not creating extra kitchens, that's why we asked so carefully about additional bathrooms and kitchens and things like that, because we're very sensitive to it.
I just want to be private,
I understand. So which house? I'm sorry, what was your address? I'm looking at the
He's north of this, so next door.
number 12, so next door.
To the right of the face of the home.
You're the house right next door?
Right
Yes,
next
he
door,
is. This is his house here. Yeah.
All right, I have to give that some consideration.
We'll definitely take that under consideration when we deliberate. And we're looking at the map, and their lot size is larger, and so that it can tolerate more house, just in terms of the space, right? If we're looking strictly at the land map. It's a much larger lot, but we understand, and we're very sensitive to concerns of neighbors. I don't know, is there any way for them to accomplish what they want without this exact size?
Have you seen the plans?
No,
Oh, would that be helpful?
not really, no.
Okay. So so based on the size that they're looking for,
Yeah.
the extra square
I
footage,
just want my privacy, basically, yeah.
what if windows were, is it windows that specifically
Yeah,
are?
I have my backyard, I don't want my activities looked on, I have small grandkids too, I have events.
I mean, on Long Island, people do have views it happens that you can see into
Yeah, but the
neighbor's
neighborhood
yard.
changed drastically.
Yeah, I understand, and I hear you. All right, well, we'll take it into consideration when we deliberate.
Thanks for your time, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
thanks for
Thank you.
coming down here. You heard your neighbor, he is concerned about his privacy.
To be
Any-
honest, the first week we moved in, someone complained that there are too many people living in. We are 6 members.
I'm sorry, I can't, can you speak into the microphone?
Yeah. The first week we moved in the house from Queens to Long Island, someone complained to the Department of Building that there's too many people living in the house. We are 6 members, we have relatives comes in, and there's a new house, so we pray, we call people to pray and come, it's like a week and 2 weeks. Someone complained that there's too many people in the same house. First week was like that. And then we were renovating our driveway, just fixing the patches and everything, then they complained again. And now we're doing the house, and we are not even taking anyone's property. We did fencing with a permit, we did survey for the fencing. You know how we share the fencing with every neighbor, because they're sharing it, we're sharing it. We asked the neighbor behind us, we asked them. They said they don't want to share it. We still put it in because it's a privacy, that they came to our house, that they want a privacy for the fences. We asked them, can you contribute? They said no. We said it's fine. We're going to do it. We paid for the whole thing. And now they're asking for the privacy more. We have windows everywhere. They have windows. They look at our house, we can look at their house, because windows is for everyone to look outside the house.
I know.
So if we close the window, it's like there's nothing we can look out, and it's like a closed room. We are not in a jail or any prison. It's a house.
That's true.
So if they have a problem with the windows, they can put the curtains, they can put the blinds. But
Well, he has more problems with, seeing into the backyard, I get it. All right. Sometimes we can't make everybody happy.
Yeah.
We try, though.
if you ask other neighbors,
It is a one-family house, though, right?
it is
It's
only
gonna
one
stay that
family. It's
way.
like my sister got married last year, and her husband also coming from India, and they're going to live with us. So they need their own room in the house, so they can have their own privacy. So we're going to give them the room in the back, so they can live there and have privacy and be with us. So that's why we're renovating house, because we're going to get married too. So when they come back, at least we can support until they get in their foot. So that's the only reason we're renovating the house. And my privacy also. That's the first one.
Okay.
But there was nothing, we never gave, and if you want, I can bring you like a testimony or put the notary on about my other neighbors. I can ask them, they can put it in words and send it to you guys, that they never had a problem. Even when neighbors had a problem, we help them out. It's not we giving them, we help them out. But we cannot do with every neighbor. If they don't like us, they don't like us, whatever we do.
All right, I'm sorry to hear that. Anybody else wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondent?
Nassau County?
One more.
Do you have any more questions on the plans, or, because I did the plans for her.
Oh,
No, but I appreciate that, thank you.
thank you.
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion,
Decision.
the public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night.
Next will be hearing number 10, Appeal 23-723, Nicholas Salerno, 107 Rim Lane, Hicksville.
Promise to tell the truth in the proceedings.
Yes, ma'am.
Name and address, please. Thank you.
Okay, Chris Gray, Architect, 2401 Capri Place, North Belmont, New York, representing Nicholas Solano, living at 107 Rim Lane in Hicksville. Good evening. My client's property is located in an R1-7 zone, and it's the Levittown section of Hicksville, where the properties are 60 by 100. And the proposed project is a second-story addition over the main dwelling of this Levitt house, converting the garage to habitable space, putting a one-story addition along the back, and a small one-story addition in front of what was the old garage, and in front of that is a covered porch, basically squaring off this entire structure. If you'll notice, the house is slightly rotated, where the side yards vary going from front to back. So the first issue is the side yard, where minimums are 8 feet, and in the front left corner, the extreme small side yard is 7.6 feet, and in the back right corner, it is 7.5 feet. So it's short of the 8 feet that is required. Also, the, let's see, let's go in order of the right up here. Okay, yes, so we covered that. And then the aggregate side yard is required to be 20 feet, and then the provided aggregate is 15.1. Also, there's encroachment of eaves and gutters. And next issue, there's an existing oil tank on the side of the house with a side yard of 4.8 feet where 5 feet is required. And there is a driveway that does not meet the minimum setback of 8 feet, and it is at 7.6 feet. That driveway is currently aligned with the side of the house where the garage was. So that is my case.
Okay.
I was to the property earlier. I noted that it faces the Wantagh State Parkway, so
Yes.
no objections on that side of the...
Exactly,
on
there are
that
no
side of the road,
neighbors
sure.
across the way.
Yeah, and I saw that there were some original houses and some up, whatever you call it, some expanded houses. I wanted to look at the elevations.
There's 11 houses.
Yeah, capes and levits. That was what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
This looks very nice. Okay. Thank you.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Everyone, have a good evening.
You too, thank you.
Next, we have hearing number 11, Appeal 23-588, Melissa Gomez, 10 Melissa Lane, Old Bethpage, New York. Is your client Melissa and she lives on Melissa Lane? That's pretty cute.
Yes, I do. Scott Kahn, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm here tonight representing the Gomez family who reside at 10 Melissa Lane. Yes, Melissa Gomez. Old Bethpage. We're here seeking 4 variances before you to expand and renovate this standard split-level home. First request is to permit only 1.52% over the max 20% lot coverage, asking for 21.52%. Second request is to permit the gross floor area to be at 4550 in lieu of the max 3650, a difference of 900 square feet. Of this 900 square feet, 260 square feet is a proposed roofed-over patio in the rear, 35 square feet for the front portico, totaling 295 square feet. Plus, the existing and proposed cellar is 770 square feet. So just between the cellar and the roofed-over structures, we have 1,065 square feet. So our actual usable floor area is 3,485 square feet. Our third request is to permit the pool equipment to be 59 feet from the front yard instead of 60. Very minimal request. They're willing to screen the pool equipment. And as per the 29-foot height requirement, we would like to keep that, although all of our plans do show 28-foot max. We have steep roof pitches for aesthetics on this house. A little bit of leeway is kind of good to keep, so we'll leave the 29.
Can we make it 28?
We can make it 28, yes.
Please?
28's good.
Thank you.
28's fine.
28 feet.
And all the plans do show 28 max, so.
Love it.
I don't know where the 29 came from, but I didn't want to cause a
Okay,
ripple.
so we're going to keep it at 28, and then we're going to be happy up here.
We're going to withdraw C.
We can do that, yes.
Yep.
We want everybody to be happy.
Thank you, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hearing number 12, Appeal 23-699, Yan Zheng Hirsch, 7 Pine Street, Plainview.
Promise I'll adjourn these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
My name is Ashley Lowe from Mark Anthony Architects. Our office is located at 1563 Belmore Avenue in Belmore, New York.
Thank you.
Good evening, members of the board, Madam Chairman. I am here tonight on behalf of our clients Martin and Yan Zhang Hirsch, who are the owners and occupants of the subject property located at 7 Pine Street in Plainview, New York. We are here tonight for a variance for existing structures which are now being legalized. The Hirsches recently purchased the property, and when they filed for an application for the proposed first and second floor interior alterations, they were made aware that there were existing items that needed to be legalized. The existing 10 by 7.7 foot shed labeled Shed B on the plot plan does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet, having an existing side yard setback of 6.37 feet, requiring 1.63 feet of relief. Additionally, the existing 10.5 by 8 foot shed labeled Shed A on the plot plan does not meet the minimum required rear yard setback of 3 feet, having an existing rear yard setback of 2.5 feet, for which we require 0.5 feet of relief. And lastly, the existing in-ground swimming pool does not have the required setback from the fence of 5 feet, having an existing setback of 4 feet, for which we require 1 foot of relief. I would like to note that all of these items were existing when my clients purchased the home 2 years ago. That concludes our requests. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have at this time.
I have no questions. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Hearing number 13, Appeal 23-724, Evan Hoffman, 10 Avery Lane, Plainview.
Promise I'll adjourn these proceedings.
Yes.
Name and address.
Gennaro Cozzolino, 2120 25 Deer Park Avenue, Deer Park, New York, 11729. Have some photos.
Can you just,
You're on hearing number 10.
Sure.
I'm not sure.
just wait one moment?
Yes, thanks so much.
Thanks, Greg. I appreciate that.
Yes.
We're at 13.
10 was Chris's hearing. They're here on Chris
But are
Gray's
they the
hearing.
applicants?
Re-
Are they the applicants?
Is Chris still here?
No.
Chris Gray?
Yeah.
No, he left.
I see everybody, and they come up with that.
Submit something by email.
Hey, Rita, want to reserve it and give them an opportunity to submit something by email?
So perhaps you want, the hearing is closed, but you can, if you want to write a letter or send an email with your position on the hearing, we'll take it into consideration. So we can do, we have the hearing.
You know, I'm putting up with this kind of thing for 16 years now.
Sir, we have the hearing, I have to go back and.
Was number 10, was that? what it
Yeah.
It was number 10.
If you think it's a boarding house, I suggest that you put that in writing and send it to the board.
Greg, would you go give those people my
Oh, I'm sorry, I would have done that, I forgot.
Sorry, that's fine. Craig's gonna give my card. My email's on it.
Email's on it.
There are seven neighbors within 100 feet. I'm the only stick that got a letter. Expect us to be that stick to my heaven?
No.
No. This guy is a professional guy, okay? So there are several people that is supposed to send it out. They send out only one letter. Nobody knows anything, but there's a hearing.
You're here.
You're here. The other guys that are within 100 feet, they never got a letter.
Send your letter, I can't address that. Excuse me, that wasn't necessary.
What did he say? Crooked something.
Rita, I have all the certifies, just.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Good evening, Madam Chairperson, members of the board, Gennaro Cozzolino for the homeowner, Evan Hoffman, residing at 10 Avery Lane, Plainview, also known as Section 12, Block 557, Lot 7, located in the R17 zone. We are requesting relief from the board to construct a new 12 by 20 second floor rear addition. The proposed addition requires a variance for lot coverage. Requesting to build at 27.86% from permitted 25%, a difference of 2.86%. Proposed addition complies with all other zoning requirements. We're also maintaining a front masonry walkway with a landing at a 12-foot front yard setback instead of the front yard average of 25.48 feet, a difference of 13.48 feet. Maintain wood deck with a rear yard setback at 24.34 feet instead of 25 feet, a difference of 0.66 feet. Maintain shed with a side yard of 2 feet instead of required 3 feet, a difference of 1 foot. Maintain driveway with side yard setback of 6.08 feet instead of 8 feet, a difference of 1.92 feet. And finally, maintain a 5-foot fence on top of a 3-foot flower bed with a total height of 8 feet instead of permitted 6 feet, difference of 2 feet. The 8-foot tall fence is in the rear yard, is rear lot, property line. And that's it.
Yeah.
If you can see from the photo, it's an 8-foot
You know,
total.
everything, to me, everything looks very nice. My only question is the second floor additions, it's pretty de minimis in terms of the request. Do you have a consent by any chance from
No.
the neighbors? No, but do we have green cards back?
Mailings went out.
I have all the certified receipts.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends motion of determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you, good evening.
No, I'm all right. I don't know because I'm here. So I'm not trying to do a job. I just saw that there was.
Yeah, I didn't know, next time, tell me, Rita, I'll go down, you don't have to do that. How'd you know that they were?
I could hear them, I'm sorry. They were getting very upset, and they were like whisper yelling.
Oh, I didn't realize it.
He was like that to me. He said I was crooked.
I have all the green cards and all the certified, everybody
I'm not
was
worried
mailed
about it.
correctly.
I'm not worried about it. Okay.
And I called it very clearly, and.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Hearing 14, appeal number 23-731, Michael and Jamie Zombek, 6 Magnolia Lane Avenue, Woodbury.
Just raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth in these proceedings.
I do. My name is Paul Russo, architect, 114 Birch Hill Road in Lucas Valley.
Thank you.
Consents.
Thank you much.
Yeah. I'm here representing my clients who reside at 6 Magnolia Lane in Woodbury, New York. We're here, we're proposing a new 2-story addition on the side of their home, and we need a front yard variance for encroachment, and also the gutters and eaves encroach because the addition encroaches. It's a unique situation here. The average front yard setback is 80.5 feet. The existing home is 62.9 feet from the road. And when we designed this addition, I was mindful of keeping the front of the new addition at 80.5 feet to be the same as the average setback. What happens here is this particular property is at the end of the road at the cul-de-sac. And when you offset the 80.5 feet at the cul, it actually makes it very restrictive, and the addition, basically, almost the entire addition is in violation because of the curve in the road. If you look at the little exhibit I sent out, and if you look at the addition I designed, and you go just straight parallel to the road, it is completely within the setback, the average setback of 80.5. What I've done is the owner did go to all the adjacent neighbors, and we did get the consents of all but 2 people. The other 2 people just were not available. One person has a large property, commercial property that is on Jericho Turnpike, and they were not available. And one of the neighbors on Magnolia was not available as well. But all the adjacent neighbors on either side and across the street were they all signed consents.
Did you submit them? You had
I
signed-
did.
Oh, okay.
I just
Good,
submitted
thank
them. And that's what I have.
All right.
If anybody has any questions, I'm here to answer them.
No, it's very clear why they need a variance.
Thank you.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends motion of determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice evening.
You too. Thank you.
Hearing number 15, appeal number 23-713, Venkat Krishnan, Satyamurthy.
Very good, Rebecca.
Yeah, really.
How are you?
Raise your right hand. Come to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
It's Michael Arado, Captain Permit, 245 Route 109, Suite D, West Babylon, New York.
Thank you.
All right, so we're here today to ask for relief for an existing cellar entrance not having the minimum required average front yard setback of 47.61 feet. Has a current existing setback of 43.9, so it's a 3.71 foot relief. And then we're also asking for relief to keep an existing 4-foot high vinyl fence that exceeds the maximum permitted height of 2.5 feet within a 30-foot intersection. So basically what happened here was the owner had 2 open permits, 1 gas, 1 solar. He went to file for a gazebo that we got involved with. When he submitted the survey, these items had popped up. What's interesting is that there was a CO issued on this house sometime around 1990 or 2020. Application number is 180903666. It was for a rear second-story addition, garage conversion, front entry portico, poured concrete platform at rear, front eyebrow canopy, second floor addition, and 1,000 square foot finished cellar for rec space. That survey that I pulled from the town actually has the outside entrance on it and the fence. I can give it to you so you can check it out. So these structures were existing when he purchased this home. So this, the one that I highlighted is the one that I got from your records. On top, you'll see the application number I highlighted, and then that's the new survey. You can just pass that around.
I feel your pain, Susan.
Thanks.
So yeah, the highlighted survey, that's the survey that was with the application for all that work that I just mentioned back in 2018. So you'll see the fence and the outside entrance was existing when that CO was issued. So I don't know, I'm a little confused as to why that wasn't called out then, it's being called out now. But regardless, we're here talking about it. I have pictures of the outside entrance so you can see what it looks like. Sorry about that. Just so you can see that the basement still is a rec space, there's no kitchen down there, there's no bar, sink. It's strictly rec space. And then I just took some pictures of the fencing for you from different angles. It is a vinyl fence, but it's, you know, it's slotted. And that landscaping is characteristic of other houses on that street, having, you know, trees like that in the front yard.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Would you give these to Ms. Cloninger, please? And the surveys. We keeping them, right? Okay.
Thanks, Greg.
All right. Anybody else? Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
All right, thank you.
And
Have a good night.
thank you for bringing in those photos.
Oh, you got it.
Hearing number 16, appeal number 23-712, William Brincilas, 35 and 37 13th Street, Locust Valley.
Good evening. Yes. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board, council. Charles Parisi, 58 School Street, Glen Cove, New York, representing William Franzilis. My client has owned this property for over 23 years. He hired an expediter to obtain a certificate of occupancy for a 2-family and a 1-family dwelling on the premises. This property predates the Town of Oyster Bay ordinance. The 1-family dwelling was 15 years old in 1938. There was a shed of undetermined age. A 2-family was 8 years old in 1938, and a 3-car garage was 8 years old in 1938. Here's the aging letter. Sorry.
Thank you so much.
My client had an expediter file an application, and the Town of Oyster Bay responded that there were certain, they called them decks, that were not original. I'm not sure how they knew that, because there's no plans, it predates the ordinance. So they denied the application, and we are seeking variances to maintain what they're calling decks. I have photos of, they're actually entrances, and I call them a stoop. And cellar entrances
Thank you.
to a two-family dwelling on a non-conforming lot. So both structures require variances for the, what they're calling decks and entrances in the rear, cellar entrances, and there's, they've exceeded the lot coverage. One, the max is 28%, and we have 36.37, and the other is 3,275 square feet, and we have 3,677 square feet. It's our position, this property's been like this since, well, certainly since we bought it, and before the enactment of the Town of Oyster Bay Code. It's not going to change the character of the neighborhood, and the relief granted can't be achieved any other way. It's built as it is. This hardship was not self-created. We bought it this way. It's existed this way for almost 100 years. And we don't think the granting of this variance will have any impact on the health, safety of the neighborhood. Again, it's our position, both houses always had rear entrances. It's for ingress and egress, and they're pre-existing non-conforming, and we respectfully request the board grant these variances so that we can then go back to the town and get a CO for a one-family and a two-family dwelling on this property.
I do see the 2 meters on the two-family. Are there any intentions to renovate these properties, or are you just legalizing them?
I believe we're just legalizing them. Do you have any intention of renovating them? Do you have any intention of renovating them or just legalizing them?
Legalizing.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Decision. Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hearing number 17, Appeal 24-10, Stephanie and Sean Miley.
Hi, how are you? I've never done this before, so.
Please raise your right hand first. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings? Yes. Your name and address, please.
Stephanie Miley, 174 Radcliffe Drive, East Norwich, New York, 41732.
Very good.
These two were sent back. Do I get these?
Yes, please. Those are the Very good.
So basically, we had been permitted to put in a semi-in-ground pool, and that was, the setbacks were all good with that. But when we went to put the deck, that was abutting the pool and abutting the house, all the setbacks changed. So.
Because you attached the pool to the...
Because the pool is attached to the deck, their deck is attached to the house.
There you go.
And so there we go. It's a 16 by 5-foot deck. It's really just more of a point of egress to get in and out and around. There's railing around it in front of the pool, so it's all safe. But we just kind of need the variance to get it built. So I think it's supposed to be 10 feet, but it's like 6 feet from the pool.
Did you talk to any of the neighbors?
Yeah, my next door neighbors are fine with it. The people behind me, I haven't heard from. They have very large properties. I haven't heard either way, but my next door neighbor, who's actually closest to the pool, she called me, she's fine.
Okay.
So, that's about it.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Decision. Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
18 was withdrawn, postponed. Withdrawn? Postponed. Hearing number 19, Appeal number 23-720, Mike Majorana, 71 Hansted Street, Oyster Bay, New York.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address?
Louis Baldino, 97 Pine Hollow Road, Oyster Bay, New York, 11771. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I am here representing Mr. Mike Majorana, who's seated in the back in case you have any questions for him, for 71 Anstis Street here in Oyster Bay, in the Hamlet District. Section 27, Block F, Lot 16. We are proposing a garage seeking relief from Chapter 246, Section 2.4 of the Village Town Code. Proposed detached garage exceeds 40% of the building coverage of the principal building, proposing 56.29%, and the height setback ratio. The proposed detached garage exceeds the maximum permitted height setback ratio for the side south yard of 3.1. The proposed side south height setback ratio is 4.8 to 1. I'd like to submit to you first a quick sketch of the height. I'd like to submit that.
Thank you.
If you take a look at that, that's also depicted on the plans. The highlighted yellow and blue areas of the drawing are what's in violation of the height setback ratio. It's really just the overhang of the garage. The blue section is what is in violation at the neighbor's property line. It's a 2-foot difference between Mr. Majorana's property and the neighbor's property. As for the building coverage, Town of Oyster Bay has in its code that accessory structures have to meet 2 criteria. First being 1/3 of the building coverage and 40% of the principal building. These are both maximums. 1/3 of the building coverage would allow us a garage of 722 square feet. We actually comply to that. 40% of the principal building gives us a maximum garage of 404 square feet. This is where we are short. We are proposing 630 square feet. If, ironically, if Mr. Majorana's house was larger, we would not be here in front of you today. His house is 1,010 square feet in footprint. If it was 1,575 square feet, we would not be here in front of you today.
So why aren't you designing and?
We don't need that extra space. Yes. So, Mr. Majorana is a lifelong resident here in the town of Oyster Bay, in the village proper. And both him and his father, his late father actually, were employees of the town of Oyster Bay for over 30 years, the both of them.
I knew it, I knew the name.
Mr. Majorana is also a member of the Atlantic Steamer Fire Department, which is right up the street. So these are 2 photographs. I could pass them around, but these are the only 2 that I have. These are 2 trucks that are 1948 and a 1950 Ford. They are used for Memorial Day parades, firehouse tournaments, funerals. And right now, he does not have a garage. They're actually garaged in Bohemia, which is 35 minutes away. So every time he needs a parade or a funeral or any social event, he's got to drive out there. Hopefully it's not raining, because there's no roofs on these, and then drive them back. So the garages were built to house these two vehicles. It was also designed in a way where the garages, the vehicles are parked in tandem. So instead of having a 2-car wide garage, which would be more ideal, we decided to do them in tandem, so from the street, it still looks like a 1-car garage.
Good.
I do also have a letter from the Atlantic Steamer Fire Department. It's a gratitude letter for Mr. Majorana, and also a letter of consent from the immediate neighbor to the south, which is 75 Anstis Street, which is the adjoining neighbor to the south. And they are in favor of the application.
I'm good, I get it.
That concludes my presentation. If you have any questions.
No, you did a good job.
Thank
I'm
you.
actually very familiar with the area because I spent my teenage years living on Anstis Street, so I totally get it. So an interesting block, because you have
It's an
really
interesting
a lot
block.
of different, there's
Yes.
like 2-family houses, 1-family houses, big houses, St. Dom's, it's like a.
A lot of the homes in the hamlet of Oyster Bay are like that. I believe this house was built in the late 20s, and no garage. There are 2 sheds in the back that are being removed to house this garage, and really, the garage was designed to only have 2 feet of space from vehicle to wall and vehicle to vehicle. So it's, really can't go any less than this. I appreciate it.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed.
Thank you.
And the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Next is hearing holdover number 1, Appeal 23-377, Paul and Anna Kelly, 5 April Lane in Hicksville.
I'm sorry.
Just fold it up like a paper airplane.
Yeah.
Council to duly proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Gregory Mindel, 531 Lime Rock Road, Lakeville, Connecticut, 06039. Current for the owners, Paul and Anna Kelly of 5 April Lane, Hicksville, New York. We're here this evening requesting permission to maintain an existing shed that's 10.2 by 10.2 in size and 9 foot 7 inches high. It maintains a 1.1 foot south side yard setback and a 1.2 foot rear yard setback. The property abuts Levittown Parkway. The land abutting is Town of Oyster Bay. There is one residential abutting neighbor affected by this shed. I have consents from both residential abutting neighbors as well as 2 other neighbors located on the radius map. I'll submit that to the board. The shed has been there for a number of years. This whole property is maintained in impeccable condition. I'll submit to you a picture of the shed that I had taken. You can see they have
Getting your steps in, huh?
a perfectly maintained gravel pad around the shed.
That's what my shed should look
It's,
like.
it's how everybody's shed should look. Everybody's neighbor's property should look like this property. I've known these people for a number of years. It's always neat as a pin. There have been no objections to the maintenance of the shed. They just recently underwent some kitchen renovations, which caused us to come before you this evening. That's essentially our case.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too,
Yeah.
thank you.
Last but not least, hearing holdover number 2, Appeal 23-462, Michelle Sacco, 246 North Rutherford Avenue, North Massapequa.
Council to duly proceedings.
Yes.
Name and address.
Michelle Sacco, 246 North Rutherford Avenue, Massapequa. I wasn't sure what you guys need, obviously not a professional. So I brought for your consideration photos of my neighbors with porticos. This is all on my blog on North Rutherford, so there's 17 properties with porticos. I brought the building, the application for the building and the plans to include.
You don't need to submit that, because
And
that's,
the green cards that I got back eight of them, so that's half.
okay. So now, tell us why you're here.
I am here because I have proposed a portico that exceeds the maximum permitted building coverage of 25%. I'm looking for 27.5, so it's a 2.5% overage of what my portico is. I'm looking for the portico for safety, to overhang, so that way, like when it snows, like it did the other day, I don't slide as I walk into the house. So we're looking for that. And then I'm also looking for a variance for the existing shed, which doesn't have the minimum required side yard setback of 3 feet. It's currently 2.17 feet, so it's just under what it should be. We did buy the house with the shed existing. It is a permanent shed structure. It's not the kind that you can just take with a forklift and lift it up and move it. It has a foundation, so it can't really be moved. It would have to be knocked down if we didn't get the variance.
You did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Very well explained.
Did your
like a
neighbors want to
professional.
know why you were taking pictures of their houses?
I definitely drove around
You
at
got a
like
lot
4
of
o'clock
pictures.
today, and I saw a couple neighbors, and they were like, "Oh, I'm like, you got my letter in the mail." Like, I sent them.
You did a great job. Thank you. I got to formalize this, though. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
That just means you guys like debate and then mail me a letter saying what it is.
That's
right?
correct.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
what that means, yes.
Nobody ever asks that, but I think nobody knows. Totally fair.
And they should.
They should. They should.
That's a good question, actually.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Feels so warm. You too. Thank you.
Hello, Anthony.
Hey, Anthony.
Nice job as always.
You got the good chair. How come you got the good chair?
We moved them. We moved them.
I think someone switched my chair out. Lisa.
Early bird gets the worm.
I did. I was hoping you wouldn't notice.
You don't need me in there, though, right?
No. 2 minutes.
Quick one, right?
Yeah, really quick. My first time here, it was like this quick, we were out by 8:30. And then like the third time, it was like 1 in the morning.
I've heard about
It's like,
those.
yeah.
Especially when it's some big, like the.
Yeah, like the cell phone towers one.
Ridge, right? Yeah.
Let Ms. Murray know that they Ms. Alessia very specifically said, I want to look at the elevations. The plans came up, it was on the protest that was sitting in there.
Yeah.
The plans came up, she took a minute or two, there was more time, it was quiet. And then she said, are there any interested parties wishing to discuss? It's all on record, so there's no doubt.
Wait, say that again?
For people that were the
Yeah,
audience.
yeah,
You're covered.
Oh, we are
because-
covered, right?
Because she looked at the plans for like
Oh,
3 minutes.
okay.
She said, I want to see the elevation.
Okay.
So it was quiet. She saw the elevation.
And then,
There was no misconstruing anything.
Yeah.
And then she said, any interested parties.
It's all on the
time was
record.
laid out very clear.
okay, good. Thank you.
You're gonna be here next week, right? To observe the property because there's a lot of. There's a lot of stuff in the back there.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right.
And Andrew was asleep during the hearing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was assaulted.
Thank you. You in tomorrow? See you tomorrow. Thanks,
Oh,
Craig.
okay. I was like, oh, shit.
No.
Oh, all right.
No, they were here for hearing number 10.
Mike needed a night off. So it'll be between those two, it'll always be either Mike or Craig. Mike first, but Mike needed tonight off, so Craig came in.
I don't do this, right?
No, I do this. You're off. You're good. You said that big word before, that big name. Incredible.
That was impressive.
Really was. I am impressed.
She's been waiting for this day.
Okay. All right, let's do the vote. Hearing number 1, appeal number 23-732. I don't have a problem with this. I'll move it.
Second.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 2, appeal number 23-703.
I'll move it.
11 consents on this. Andrew will move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 3, appeal number 23-716. I would like to put this on reserve because I am a little concerned about the 8-foot fence, and I would like to go out and have a look at it. And so we're going to put that for 2 weeks on reserve.
I'll vote for your inspection.
Yep. Hearing number 4, appeal number 23-746.
I'll move it.
Andrew, I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 5, appeal number 23-489, Community Yellow. I had no problem with this one. I'll move it.
Second.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 6, appeal number 23-555. I have 4 consents on this. I didn't see any problem with it. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Andrew will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 7, appeal number 24-3. This was the parent-child.
This was okay, but we needed something else from him?
License and they need to sign
Yeah,
the
I won't
covenants and
release the decision
restrictions.
until I get the DRCs.
Or the license, but we
Yes.
can vote on it, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so.
That's just for my paperwork.
Okay. So, yeah, I looked at this, and, you know, it's not anything that the neighborhood's even gonna notice. All right, so I will move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 9, appeal number 23-711. We had a neighbor come in and oppose this. I feel that he is more concerned about who's living in this house than the size of it. He has a concern. We looked at the plans. I didn't see this being any bigger than any other house on the block, so.
Yeah, this is
And
a
he was
character.
offered the opportunity to review the elevations and the plans.
And he didn't want
declined
to.
it, and he walked out after he spoke before,
Yeah, I
while
tried-
the applicant was still on the record.
And-
So if he was really that concerned, I think he would have
But it's
stayed.
in character with the
Agreed.
neighborhood,
And
too.
and I'll
Yeah.
add that the renovations are being done very thoughtfully.
Yeah.
They're not just adding, we see applications that come in sometimes where they're going up and adding 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms. They're removing a bedroom before adding a bedroom. They're really, I think, doing this in a very careful way and proper way. And yeah, there are multiple generations living in that house, but they're living all under one roof.
Yeah.
It's clearly, there's no separations, there's nothing going on in the basement that's not supposed to be in the basement. There's no exterior cellar entrance, and I'm prepared to move this application.
I'm with you. You want to move it?
I would.
And I'll second it. All in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 23-723. Apparently, we had some folks in the audience who did not hear this hearing being called. They were very upset that we had the hearing without them, even though they were sitting here. So we offered them the opportunity to send an email, and we'll keep this case open for 2 weeks, pending any kind of correspondence coming from people who are here. All right, so that's on reserve. Hearing number 11, appeal number 23-588. We have C, the height is withdrawn because they're going to meet the height requirement.
I'll move this.
Andrew will move it. I will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 12, appeal number 23-699. This was very de minimis application. I'll move it.
Second. Oh, go ahead, Andy's got it.
Andrew will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 13, appeal number 23-724. This was the, yeah. I mean, this looked okay to me. I know that the height of the fence in the back, but it's on a retaining wall. It looks lovely. We don't have a complaint from the neighbor. It looked beautiful.
I mean, and Plainview is constantly, doing these kind of regenerations of their houses, and it looks totally like the other houses in
Yeah.
this neighborhood.
All right, so I'll move it.
Second.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 14, appeal number 23-731. No problem with this one either. They need the variance because they're on a cul-de-sac and the road curves right in front of their house.
Yeah, I'll move it.
Andrew will move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 23-713. This was the existing cellar entrance. Nothing in the basement, right?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
were photos you
This
looked
is
at.
nice.
Yeah,
I'll
we
move this.
Right. Andrew will move it. I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 16, appeal number 23-712.
Just let me know to see, right?
I did, and you know, it's kind of seedy. The houses could use a little maintenance. That's why I asked if they were gonna do anything with them, but can't make them. So, I mean, they're non-conforming. I'm gonna move it. So, anybody want to second it?
I'll second it.
Rebecca, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 17, appeal number 2410. Neighbors were good with this. No one else can see it from the rear.
I'll move it.
Rebecca will move it. Lisa will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 18 is postponed. Hearing number 19, appeal number 23-720. I think that on Anstis Street, there's all kinds of different sizes and who has garages, who doesn't. This one was designed purposely to not look like a very large garage from the street, which I appreciate that.
He had a consent from the most affected neighbor, who's
Yeah.
right next door.
Exactly, yep.
I'll move it.
Andrew will move it. I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 1, appeal number 23-377. This was no big deal either.
Yeah, I'll move
The
this.
consents from the neighbors. Rebecca? Lisa, you want to
Yes,
second it? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 2, appeal number 23-462.
I'll move it.
The portico, she was adorable.
Yeah, she did a nice job.
So cute. I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. We have an extension of time, which circumstances definitely dictate that we give them an extension of time due to the economy and the cost of building materials. I'll move it.
Second.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Which brings us to the reserved decision.
So the reserve decision that I brought back tonight is Clifford Struhl. It was 70 Belvedere Drive in Syosset. These are 2-acre properties. Mr. Struhl had come in for existing beehives and a shed and a circular driveway. We did have 2 neighbors that had come in that lived across the street on the other side and that had some objection to the beehives. He did have a consent from the neighbor on his side next to him. In the rear of his property, if you remember, is a fellowship hall of some sort, as looks like a religious organization. And it was brought to my attention, and I had received some paperwork from Ms. Cascagnano, Elizabeth Cascagnano. The 2 neighbors that appeared that were against the application have both sold their houses and moved in the past 6 months. So they're no longer living at those addresses.
Well, I never had a problem with this application to begin with because the objections of the neighbors, you couldn't prove it, that these bees were attracted to their pools. Bees go everywhere, and we don't know where they come from, whether they come from a hive somebody's keeping or from the ground. The fact that this is 2-acre properties?
Yes.
I mean, you have football fields in between people's homes. I don't see this as being hazardous. As a matter of fact, we need bees. We don't have bees, we don't live. So I'm going to move to grant this.
I'll second it.
Yeah, I would happily second or third it. I didn't have a problem with it to begin with either. And furthermore, the guy that owns the property is a professional apiarist. So if anyone is well-suited to keep bees and handle them, and he tried multiple things to assuage the neighbors' concerns. He put flowering plants that the bees liked. I mean, he definitely knows what he's doing. I don't have any problem with this application at all.
So, granted.
Granted? Yes,
Yep,
great.
it's
And then
granted.
just 2 names for the parent child protection.
Lisa and Rebecca. Good job, everybody.
That's it.
That's it.
It's a wrap.
Do you need help?
Nope, I'm good. I'm fine.
Rita, no more fighting with consent.
I'm gonna file
Rita,
one
no
over.
bruiser.
No more getting beat up.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you, everybody.
So another
Another
Love
chapter
story?
in the story, yeah, but I don't want to do it on the microphone.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually the same.
Thank you.
I'll walk out with you if you give me.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Good night.